use this magic pen. Okay, so let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Weibin Sun, and you can also call me Austin. And I'm a software engineer from requirements team on PAX Technology. And I'm the speaker today to introduce the POSLink 2.0 and also the Nebula Cloud. So by end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of which solution is best fits for your needs and how PAX can help you to build a seamless and scalable payment ecosystem. So I will split this into two main sections. So the first one is the POSLink, and we will start the core concept of POSLink and where the POSLink apply and the real-world scenarios, and also the important stuff POSLink SDK that we'll offer. And lastly, we will highlight the major enhancements between the POSLink 1 and POSLink 2. So after that, we will focus on the Nebula Cloud. So Nebula Cloud is the cloud solution that we will provide very soon. So Nebula Cloud is the cloud solution, and I will talk about the technical reason why we choose it and look at the high-level architecture of the Nebula Cloud. And also, we will cover the key components such as the Nebula Launcher and some other Nebula components. And lastly, I will talking about the performance and security. And then in the future, in the near future, we got one more thing we want to talk about. So I will just reveal this mystery at the end. Alright, first one is a local integration, POSLink. So POSLink is a PAX next generation integration middleware for payment terminals. As you all know, we all provide the semi-integration and full integration. So point-of-sale application can utilize in POSLink to send a command to the PAX payment application, no matter it need a transaction or do anything that to control this PAX payment application on PAX payment terminal. It is designed to be modern, lightweighted, and flexible. So because of the flexibility, POSLink is perfect for a wide range of the industry. So you will find it being used in a busy restaurant, in a retail store to manage transactions, or handling the rental car for the car agency and checking guests in and out in a hotel and lodging industry. Any environment that needs a reliable payment solution can benefit from the POSLink. So, the next one is the real-world scenario. First one is semi-integration. So semi-integration scenario, the point-of-sale application initiate the transaction commands, and the payment application process the transaction and communicate with the host, gateway, or processor for the authorization. And throughout this process, POSLink acting as a bridge. POSLink is acting as a bridge between the point-of-sale application and the PAX payment application. So this is the semi-integration. And next one is the full integration. The architecture is very similar. The only difference is the point-of-sale application initiate a transaction by utilizing the POSLink full integration API for the PAX payment application. And the PAX payment application is simply acting as a card reader to fetch the card information and any necessary data from the card. And after that, the card information will be responded back to the point-of-sale application, and point-of-sale application will handle the transaction between host and gateway or the payment processor for the transaction authorization. There are many use cases for the semi-integration and full integration POSLink. For example, the most important one, transaction initialization, and also any batch operation, for example, the batch clear, batch close. And also you can use POSLink to retrieve any reports. For example, we provide the local detail report and local batch report for the user if you want to fetch any transaction records from the payment terminal. In full integration scenario, we can treat the POSLink just simply as a card reader transaction request. And the POS can send a command to the PAX payment application and read the card and retrieve the necessary data. Other than the sum integration and full integration, POSLink also provides the other stuff. It's called POSLink peripherals. So POSLink peripherals is the one that can control the external devices other than the payment terminal, for example, the scanner and printers. So these peripherals operates independently of the payment application, which relies on the terminal firmware. So the peripheral operation in the real-world use case can include the printer and scanner as an example. So POS can use the POSLink peripheral to execute printing commands on the PAX terminal equipped with a printer. And for scanner, the POS can use the POSLink peripheral to execute printing commands on the PAX, scanning on the PAX terminal equipped with a scanner. And regarding to the POSLink, it is a cross-platform integration. PAX provide different SDK, and we provide different SDK in different operating system. In different environments or platforms. So we provide the .NET POSLink SDK, which is perfectly for the Windows devices, and we also provide Java. The Java SDK is for an Android-based POS application. And for the iOS POSLink SDK, which is suitable for the iPad and iPhone-based solution. So no matter what operating system or the POS platform you are using, there's a certain SDK which is ready for the customer to use and integrate to the PAX payment terminal or payment peripherals. So for those who are familiar with the original POSLink, I want to highlight a significant improvements of the POSLink 2. We restructured the POSLink for better developer friendly, and where POSLink 1 is monolithic, and the POSLink 2.0 is decoupled and module SDK. This means you only need to include the component you need to make it far more lightweighted. You don't have to integrate everything into your POS application. If you want to using the transaction part, you can just integrate a transaction part SDK. If you don't want, and you don't need to some other like peripherals or any management SDK. Okay, other than the POSLink, the next part is cloud integration, which we call Nebula Cloud. Some of you maybe come to the DevCon before, and we used to call the cloud integration product named as a POSLink Cloud. And now we rename it to Nebula Cloud. So Nebula Cloud, if POSLink is a local bridge between point-of-sale application and payment application, Nebula Cloud is the highway in the sky. It is a cloud-based solution designed to rapidly set up and simplify the integration between the POS system and the payment terminal, especially on a massive scale. A local integration is easy for one project, but it becomes a challenge at scaling. We have too many payment application versions and too many terminals, too many different communication portals such as Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, USB, and LAN, and too many point-of-sale brands and operating system. So this usually adds complexity for the customer when doing the integration. And Nebula Cloud resolves this problem because it acting as a universal hub to do the integration. In general, there are two integration modes for Nebula Cloud. One is called the backend integration, and the other one is called front-end integration. So customers' POS backend simply communicate with Nebula Cloud via standard HTTP API, and customers' POS devices, these are customer POS devices, can connect to the POS backend. And the POS backend can use HTTP communication between the Nebula Cloud and the POS backend to do the exchange, view data, or any transaction request or transitions. And Nebula Cloud connect to the payment terminal not only the PAX payment terminal, actually, no matter what kind of payment terminal provider who has the payment application integrated to the Nebula Cloud SDK, it can set up the connection between Nebula Cloud and payment terminal. We're now limiting for PAX only. And this is the backend integration. And some small customer, they want using direct integration for their POS application or hardware or cash register to the Nebula Cloud, which we provide the similar integration methods for the payment terminal. So the POS application can directly set up the connection by utilizing the MQTT protocols to set up the connection with Nebula Cloud. And the Nebula Cloud just plays the middleware role for helping the POS and payment terminal to communicate with each other. So both backend and frontend, the Nebula Cloud handles all the transaction and communication in between. And this is the advantage that we can use in Nebula Cloud in different industry. Once you integrate with our cloud API, and you can gain the ability to communicate with any Nebula Cloud connected terminal, anywhere, anytime in the world. All right, let's talk about the use case and the benefits for the Nebula Cloud. So the cloud architecture unlocks incredibly flexibility and payment in different payment scenarios that are difficult with local integration setup. For example, so Nebula Cloud support a multi-to-one integration. The example shows right here is the EV charging station. We provide the solution that multiple EV charger can share one single payment application or on one payment terminal to do the transaction. And the other picture is one-to-multiple. One POS application can send transaction to multiple different terminals. Even these payment terminals are in different location, and you can simply using the terminal ID or the terminal serial number to find the correct one. So this is the flexibility for the Nebula Cloud integration. The next part is called the one integration, everything done. Just like I said before, payment application integrated Nebula Cloud SDK, and then it can set up the communication between itself with Nebula Cloud. It supports different payment terminal modes from PAX, no matter the A920 Pro, most popular one, A35, A77, etc. And for the point of sale application, no matter your Windows or iOS or Android base, you can use whatever the front-end integration or the back-end integration to set up integration between Nebula Clouds. And also this can be used in different business application, different business use cases. Retail restaurant, EV charging for the unattended, and some other industry if we want to do the one-to-many or many-to-one integration between POS and the payment application. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Can the business app sit on the same device as the terminal?
Yes, we do support on the same devices. For example, you have a payment terminal, and you have your own POS application on this payment terminal, and you can also set up the cloud integration. But it is more easier if you are using the AIDL in the Android devices. If your payment application and the point of sale application are in the same devices, but you can still use the Nebula Cloud. Yeah. Okay, and the next part is the Nebula Cloud solution architecture. As we all know, the network failure is inevitable, and the Nebula solution provides a local integration too. Customer can switch between the cloud integration and the local integration seamlessly to avoid any business loss during the network failure period. So this diagram shows the Nebula Cloud and Nebula local integration. As you can see, if you are doing the backend integration, your POS application or POS backend can utilize the HTTP protocol as a communication to talk with Nebula Cloud, and Nebula Cloud can use the MQTT as the communication portal to talk with the payment terminal who has the payment application integrated with Nebula SDK, and set up this Nebula Cloud integration between your POS and the payment terminal. If the network is break, we disconnect with POS and payment terminal. Your point-of-sale application can still using the local integration, no matter the USB, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or LAN, to set up the local connection. So POS application, so I think it's a POS service directly set up the communication with payment terminal by using this local integration method. All right, and next part is the most important components for the Nebula Cloud, which we call Nebula Launcher. Nebula Launcher is the key part of Nebula Cloud solution. This application makes the setup between the point-of-sale application with the payment terminal incredibly easy. You just simply need to enter the binding code to set up a connection from a terminal to your POS application. Make it easy and convenient for the end merchant user to onboard the Nebula Cloud solution or switch the devices from store to store quickly. As you can see, this is our demo point-of-sale application, and we provide the API that can help you to set up a connection. And what you need to do just to input the 5-digit codes on this Nebula Launcher application. And after you input this code and press the enter OK button, and then it will automatically set up the connection between the payment terminal and point-of-sale application. All right, regarding to the Nebula Launcher also controls the terminal's UI, the screen. We offer different models. The first one is kiosk mode. So kiosk mode is for untenanted environment. Basically, it just play the advertisement during idle screen time and launch the application during the transaction. And we also provide a standalone mode. In the standalone mode, you can enable the independent payment and access the terminal application inside this Nebula Launcher application. The last one is the shadow mode. So shadow mode keeps the payment application visible while the launcher runs silently like a shadow. Because some customer, they don't want their cashier to access the payment app directly. And you can set up the shadow mode in your terminal so that every time you can only see the payment application. So the cashier cannot access other applications. All right, let's talk about the performance for the Nebula Cloud. A cloud solution is only as good as its performance and security. Nebula is built and handle massive concurrency, over 1 million devices per node, and 120,000 message processing per second. Regarding the performance of Nebula Cloud, we can have more to talk. Not only the high performance, we also have very strong security performance for it. Nebula Cloud separates the communication and the business logic in 2 different modules, which makes sure the stability of communication between the devices, no matter terminal or the point of sale. It is also extremely stable. The message is persisted in the database, and we guarantee 0 data loss for the daily usage. And it also supports auto failover and load balancing to ensure the business continuity. And of course, all the data transition is 100% encrypted. We are using the modern TLS 1.2 and 1.3 protocol as the communication encryption method. It is fast, reliable, and secure. Next one, I will show you guys the brief video for the Nebula Cloud. Oops, sorry. It is a very short and brief review. So it introduced the local integration for Nebula Cloud and also the Nebula Cloud integration. And for Nebula Cloud, this product isn't just a theoretical. We have a major successful implementation of Nebula Cloud in the Middle East countries. It is a proven solution that is handling a massive volume of transaction today. As you can see, we have 21 EPOS system and 10,000 terminals access already set up in the Middle East countries. And customer in Thailand also using Nebula Cloud as well. This video shows the real use case that we record from customer store. As you can see, once the terminal receives the Nebula Cloud transaction request, it will pop up on the terminal screen, and you can either do whatever the payment that you are going to do. All right. So one more thing. So this is the last of slides about one more thing. So for the next stage, we are going to introduce the new product. It's called All-Link. All-Link includes all the functionalities from Nebula Cloud, and we're going to using the All-Link as a name. We don't using Nebula Cloud anymore, probably. And for the All-Link, we are not only including the Nebula Cloud, the cloud integration functionalities. We also include the payment gateway and the various merchant services, and any other new requirements or new features that innovated from our internal team or from the customer request. So All-Link is a product that designed to serve as a core communication layer between the payment application terminals and some other cloud services to enable the secure, unified, and high-performance transaction processing across the PAX ecosystem. So this is our plan and our target. All right, I think that's all the contents for me about the All-Link and the Nebula Cloud introduction. Anybody have any questions, just feel free to raise your hand and ask me. Yeah, go ahead.
Does this Nebula Cloud support PAX APIs?
Yes, it revives the Android devices, then we support it.
Follow-up question, does it also support full integration in the card later?
So the full integration, I think eventually we will support it, but for now, the Nebula Cloud solution doesn't support. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Question about resiliency and failover.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you have Wi-Fi connectivity that's unstable. How would it take care of the resiliency so you provide no data loss? Because that's one of the challenges that you're dealing with when it comes to the semi-integration. You're facing with a lot of data losses.
So regarding to the failover, and we have the substitution plan, just like I showed before. Nebula Cloud provides a local integration switch. If there's a cloud, network failure at that time, and you can either choose the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or the USB connection between your point of sale.
But it's not automatic or adaptive. It's basically has to be pre-configured before it goes to the field.
Right. You can set up this switch on PAX or TMS once you push the Nebula launcher on your payment terminal.
So remotely you can change the communications.
It is pre-set up. And
It's pre-configured.
yeah, it's pre-configured. All right. So if we don't have further question, I think that's the presentation for today of All-Link and Nebula Cloud. Thank you so much.